to take the quality test before making your next purchase. Thousands of satisfied homeowners attest to our one defining feature: quality. Caribbean Metals Limited. We've got you covered. Guaranteed.
Something substantial here. The onus is on him to bat out the rest of the 4 overs here, Reds.
So, play just held up momentarily as the bowler just checking his run. Dabbing his hands into the turf just to make sure any moisture, any perspiration. And starts over number 7. It's going to be Arnold to move in to Silhouette. This delivery, he is back and bangs that down in our direction, but not in the air, along the ground. And they move on to 46 for 3, 6.1. That was hit very, very hard. Wind just coming across to the left. You can help the arm ball. That's in the air now. Who's going to take it? Long on is under it. Takes it nicely. Nicely taken just on the chest area, or just above the chest area. So pressure telling there and Edmonds, who really didn't have to go that route. There's enough real estate to find the gaps. So all of a sudden they've lost their 4th wicket for 46, Gary.
And again, you see the Mabia Valley constricting themselves, Reds here, because they lose wickets at very, very important times in the game, very, very crucial times. And you see Zachary Edmond just falling to Keegan Arnold, and a very good catch taken by Dylan John down on the long on boundary. And you'd have to say that ball here was actually in the slot. I do think that Keegan Arnold escaped with a possible 6 here.
Yes, so I mean, if he had only angled the ball in a different direction, he could have gone straight over the bowler's head, or he could have gone to go corner. Well, that's all history. Theo Edwards now comes out, and one of the names that reoccur in most teams is an Edward. So the first delivery goes down towards the long off position. They scamper a single. 47 for 4. Some repair being done close to our microphones. You must apologize, but it was no doubt ordered by the authorities and had to be done today. Hopefully it will soon be over. 47 for 4. Silhouette is 4, and it's Arnold. 1 for 8 of a 1.3. That's played off the back foot down to his backward point. They should look for a second. They hesitated about it. It was nicely played, using nice hands, good soft hands, and beating the backward point to take the score up to 49 for 4. 49 for 4. This is the 7th over. So the batting side will have to watch how the overs are quickly disappearing. Very quick, good running. Played it off the back foot and took off. 50 on the board, Gary. 54 off 6.5.
Yes, 50 on the board, and Reds are very excited to see Theo Edward out there, which is, he goes to the Sports Academy. 15-year-old Theo Edward.
Well, we will want to put you under pressure by saying too much about him. He'll have to earn his stripes. He starts well, though, by slamming that off the right leg down to extra cover for 2.
Yes, he started well so far. Theo Edward, 3 from 2 balls. And he's just 15 years old, Reds. Very good experience that he's going to gain from this tournament here. Very, very good talent, Reds. Good batter. He's a very, very good player, good prospect for St. Lucia and doing Wood Islands in
And
some
how
time
he
to come.
qualifies to play for Marbella? Is he from that area?
He's actually from Sarat, but he applies his trade in Mabia also, where he plays in their leagues over there. So
Okay.
so he's actually representing them.
Well, you don't have to play where you were born.
Yes, not necessarily, especially the way cricket has been going the past few years. You don't have to play where you're born.
So it's 52 for 4 after 7 overs. So we'll see how young Edward goes. He's in strike. He's had 2 deliveries and plays it down towards square covers. Scampers a single. He is, as the Jamaicans will say, a little man.
Yes, he's a little man. He packs a big punch though. He's not going to hit it over the boundaries for 6, but he's going to play some very classy shots for you. Here we see Alan Prosper getting ready to bowl to the captain McGarren.
So 53 for 4, and that's a delivery which have a little bit of bounce in it, and then that bounce might have deceived a Silhouette trying to square cut. So a dot ball, 4 for 53, and he comes in once more, and that's a delivery outside leg stump, looking to swing at it, makes no contact. So 2 dot balls, which is good from the Central Castries point of view. Silhouette 6, 4 for 53. This time over the head of the bowler, who might have just got the fingers to it, but hit very hard indeed, laying back and hitting that. And down to the boundary, he moves up to 10. Good, powerful shot, brush past the bowler's hands.
Yes, and you see he hitting this ball straight back past the bowler's head.
Delivery swung away to square leg and hit very, very well indeed, because he's hitting with the tide, so the timing had to be very good indeed. And these are some very important runs from Marbella. 63 for 4, he's raised Silhouette to 16 off 10.
Yes, we're seeing a slight of a recovery here for the Mabria Valley Constrictors, and the captain taking matters into his own hands. Theo Edward accompanying him, and that he is actually getting his team to something respectable, that his bowlers could bowl to 16 from 10 balls.
Yes, the rate is just over 8. Are we having a change of ball? It went very powerfully down towards the far side, over the bowler's head. So, Francis Maurice, 63 for 4, Shango 14, Polio 7, Edmund 16, Smith 2. So potential partnership between Silhouette and young Theo Edwards. And in the meantime, it's going to be Prosper. That's in the air, but had the, not just the elevation, but had the length. Good clean hit as the partnership continues to build up. We can look at this replay.
Yes, very, very good shot by the captain, McGarren Silhouette, and he is leading the charge here in restoring a partnership here for his team, the Constrictors. And we could see the former Central Castries player and our fellow commentator, Greg Wilson, very disappointed in that last over there from Alan Prosper.
Yes. Maybe there were a couple of runs to the back of the box. 69 for 4, we've had 8 overs, so they need to finish strong. They've got to get up as close to 90, which is, we agreed, is the base mark.
Yes, if they get up to 90, I think the Mabria Valley Constrictors would be very, very happy with their work in that inning. You could see, obviously, the captain, McGarren Silhouette, looking very, very dangerous, and I think Theo would just be looking to just turn over the strike for him right now, which I think he's very, very capable of.
We're back to the quicker variety. very interesting start, and he moves in, pushed down towards mid-off, single, strike rotated. Edward goes to 4, Suriet 22. And notice this bowler, there is a step back and the hand goes back. Something probably he did when he was 15 and 16, and he's kept doing this. Like Wood, the England fast bowler, used to take the right foot back, but he's changed that now. 74, 8.1. It's going to be Sukwa with his own version of the takeoff, and that's played away off the inner part of the bat, coming forward looking for the offside, gets in the onside, but achieve what he wanted, tick the scoreboard on. Scoreboard says 4 for 71, with Chilliwatt on 23. Theo Edwards trying to impress all who has anything to do with the academy, and he's in strike now. Small man, is he a strong young fella?
He's a strong and brave young fella.
Well, he stands his ground. That delivery is played out in the offside, a direct throw, he's in trouble. Luckily it rushes past the woodwork and they come back for the second run. So he moves to 7. But dicing with danger there with that single.
Yes, dicing in danger there with that single, and you could see Alan Prosper just missing the direct hit and affording Theo another run here. Theo Edward 7 runs from the 5 balls. The current rate is 8.47, and a very good recovery by the Mabia Valley Constrictors.
So Sukwa, once more, Edwards. Top edge and caught down at that backward point. It was a bit of a flyer, short delivery, and he pulled it in. It might have done better if he was trying to square cut or uppercut it. So not maybe the brilliant appearance that he was all hoping for. He goes for 7, Edwards. Silhouette is 23 not out of 12, and Mabia Valley at 5 for 73.
Yes, Mabia Valley at 72 or 73 for 5 in 8.4 overs, and you see Theo Edwards just heading back to the pavilion, and Dale Smith coming to the crease. You see Sukwa here, Reds, with a very, very unusual start to a run-up.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. The English bowler Smith had a way of stepping back, and that was unusual. The balls dug out outside the line in the leg stump. Maybe he was thinking of the Yorker, but he managed to squeeze it down to a backward square and gets a single just near the circle. So 1 more to the total, 74 for 5. Well, they got enough to get them up to 90. Chilliwatt has got the responsibility. He needs to get Smith to give him the strike. Sukwa goes back to his mark in a hurry. He does everything in a hurry. 2 for 11 off of 1.5. Big number 7 on his back. And Sukwa, very aggressive, muscular run. A defensive prod by Smith as he comes forward, and the bowler, full of enthusiasm, feels his own bowling. The 9th over is completed with 6 legal deliveries to go. They need to get about 20 off those.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. For Republic Bank, that reason is you. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
John got 2 for 20. Those are the outstanding figures. Now, who will be given the responsibility to bowl the last over? And it's going to be a last over of the slow version. And it's James, the ball from the pavilion end, the players, the Kaimage end, there's no slip. Keeper, of course, standing up, and James comes into Silliat, and Silliat swipes at that. You can't really describe that any more than a swipe. And if batsmen sometimes just was to play the ball on its merit and hit it through the offside, they'll get more. That's in the air. Does it carry enough? It's going to drop short in no man's land. It's like almost what you see on a golf course. The ball's teed off. But I think he was lucky that he didn't get all on the bat, or else he might have been caught.
Yes, just a bit lucky, but Silhouette, as we could see, very hard-hitting batter here.
75. This delivery is hit and dropped. He might even get a run out. No, he is home. It was swung down towards the long on position. The fieldsman seemed to have misjudged it, because one would have thought he could have taken a step or two up and take it somewhere in the midriff. Tried to take it down on his toes, so a missed opportunity by Central Castries. That's cut away well. One, and fieldsman there falling, what should have been one, or maybe a hustling two, went right through him, lost his ground for some reason, and give them a very important boundary, 82 for 5. They're not doing too badly.
Yes, not doing too badly. And you see Captain McGarren's Silhouette hitting the ball very, very fiercely here, Reds.
Yes, we got 2 deliveries to come. And James to move into Silhouette, who's raced to 32, has now gotten an on the edge and is coming back. Don't believe that the fielding was all that good, and there's more runs. So they came back for 2. There's no need for anything but a simple throw to the keeper. So the 4 hitting the rope. So all of a sudden 6 to add to the board. So 5 added. So 88 for 5. 88 for 5. And showed it 38 of 18.
That's more than, no, you have to be more than 5.
It's more than 5.
Well, I counted 2, and then came the...
Yeah, 6. They'll come back for the second one.
So we'll stay with what the board got. It will be corrected later. 88 for 5. That's slapped away. And they will not come back again. And, well, deciding, well, it's over, so it doesn't matter if you get run out. So right now we will say that Mabia got 88 for 5 of the allotted 10. Silhouette had 38 of 18. I think we need to remember that. 38 of 18. And when the officials meet to discuss what was, Gary, 2 legal runs and then an unnecessary overthrow that brought the ball all the way across to the boundary, we will probably then verify what was the official score of Mabia. But right now it stands at 88 for 5, just 2 runs short.
Yes, 88 for 5, and you could see in that last ball, Reds, very, very poor running by Dale Smith. It was the last ball of the inning. He could have came back as his captain McGarren wanted an extra run there. And you could see Mabia Valley Constrictors helping themselves to 88. Maybe something that the bowlers could bowl at Reds.
Yes, they've given themselves a chance, man. Yeah.
Yes,
they finished strong. They finished strong. At one time, we didn't think they will get that far. We will refer to as 88. Roland Cox will sort it out later with the relevant information. So, your thoughts on Sulliet's 39?
A very good inning by Captain Silhouette. I think he grabbed the bull by the horn. The Mabia Constrictors really needed some impetus to their innings, and that is exactly what the captain provided, helping himself to 39 from 20 balls with a strike rate of 195 here. And it's definitely given his bowlers something that they probably could bowl at, and you never know, a couple quick wickets early up, and Central Castries may just be in some trouble here.
John, 2 overs, 2 for 20. Eli Box, 2 overs, none for 15. Arnold, 2 overs, 1 for 13. Sucre had the best figures, 2 overs, 2 for 11. Prosper, 1 over for 17. That was expensive. And James, 1 over for 15. So the jury is out on whether it's 88 or it's 90. We'll hear more about that. Knowing the Central Castries lineup, what's important in terms of their top order?
Yes, just looking at the Central Castries Mindo Heritage lineup, a lot of their run scoring would depend on their captain, Stephen Natram. They have very capable batters in Jaden Elibox, who is a big hitter. He could come towards the back end. Dwight Thomas, good batter. They also have Jamal James, Alan Prosper, very good balanced team. You also have Dylan John, who could come down the order and hit some huge ones. So you look at the Central Castries Heritage team, very well balanced. They have a mix of experience and youth, and you'd like to think if they bat well, they could get over this total very, very easily.
Okay, so that's the final thoughts by Gary on Mabia's effort, which I would say, we can say pretty good effort after maybe a bad start.
Yes, very good effort again after a very bad start by the Mabia Valley Constrictors. Again, you see their captain McGarren Silhouette putting his hand up and doing things on his own, helping himself to 39 again from 20 balls, and putting his team in a very, very good position, healthy position at that. 88 for 5. Hopefully he gives his bowlers something that they could bowl at later in this inning.
Okay, so the ground staff doing their 7 minutes rolling. We have already dealt with the Mabia Valley performance and how Central